Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Fall of the Western Roman Empire campaign. So, in the last episode we kicked off a war with the Alemannians for this little piece of land just above the cutoff of the Alps. And again, the reasoning for that was by taking this chunk of land, as well as eventually getting Salzburg here, we should be able to usurp the title for this kingdom or diocese. And once we have that, that gives us de jure claim here, which means that we should be able to get these guys to join peacefully, or at least if we have to take it by force, we don't necessarily need to use a reconquest to do it, so we don't need to spend money or prestige on it. So that would be very, very helpful. And that's also one of the three kingdoms that we need to reform our empire, or reform the empire. So we need to do that anyways, and obviously it'll give us more land and power and all of the stuff that comes with that. In the last episode, during this war, we were suffering some pretty heavy attrition with our main army here. We were losing like an insane amount. Our attrition rate was over 160%. It's down to about 4 right now, so obviously we've fixed that. But we're in kind of a tough spot now because we only have 36% war score, and that means that we still have a long way to go, because I have already taken their kingdom's capital, as well as the capital of the province that we're intending to steal. And then we've done considerable damage to one of their armies. They still have another army out and about somewhere, and that's probably what's holding this up for the most part. But I was hoping that this would deal a more devastating blow than it did. So I think what we're gonna have to do is kind of run around and quickly assault as many of these provinces as we can. Luckily, none of them are particularly well defended or built up, and so we can basically just raise these villages very easily. And so I think that's what we're gonna have to do, is just besiege or assault everything to gain war score, because obviously chasing armies around isn't getting that done. Let's clear these out first. I can't do anything about that. Nothing to do there. That's completely irrelevant. I don't think I can do anything about this either. Disbanded, that's good. You're trying to incite a revolt. I'd prefer that you didn't, but I can't stop you. Seeks to kill somebody. Can't stop that one. Alright, off we go. This should be very quick. They'll basically just arrive. We assault it once, and then we'll come back over here and clear these guys out. We'll have to stay on top of this as well. He's going to accept. You guys need to move to here. You need to assault that immediately. Oh! Julius Nepos died comatose in bed. Well, we have a new heir. Princess Juliana, who is actually a far better character. And she already has a heir of her own lined up. So, honestly, I think that's kind of for the best. And we might see a queen or even an empress, depending on how quickly we can get this all done. And that would be kind of cool, actually. Okay, so that should be done any second. There we go. And we cannot allow them to reclaim that, so let's rush back over there. I wonder whether God approves of this war. I think he probably would. We are attacking pagans after all. I think their force just split, or I saw another red army running around. Great, we're taking massive attrition again. Well, that was somebody important. I'll worry about it later, though. Okay, they've fled. Let's go to Holzheim, where they should be able to support more troops. Yeah, the supply limit there is much higher. What happened? Chief Titus. Okay. You're my vassal now. Your father Marius died. That's a shame. Okay. Well, nothing to be done, I guess. Okay, she left. Fair enough. Nothing keeping her. Alright. There you guys are. Any second we should be able to assault this. And it should happen relatively quickly. No. It's taken these guys an eternity to take that province. 2 diplomacy, nice. Okay, we're going to need a new ambition. There we go. Make that happen. This one should trigger almost immediately. There it is. And victory. Okay, let's grab a new ambition. I don't know that I can do anything about this, but I'll try. There we go. Okay, so that whole province is mine now. Let's come back here and deal with these guys if we can. Also take advantage of the supply limit there. You guys still didn't take all of this. Jesus. After we deal with them, we'll come attack it. I need you to continue pursuing them. Oh, ambition. I almost forgot. And you just turned 50, and you look a bit older now. So your hair's not like actually graying. It just kind of looks disheveled. Anyways, an ambition. What can we do? Probably not going to bother with anything like that. Wants to have a son. Well, you had one. It's probably too late to do that. He might live to 60. We could try that. I don't think the rest of these are really all that viable, so let's go ahead and grab it. Okay, and back at it. I hope we can get these guys. I'm getting really tired of chasing them around. You're gonna need to start moving up that way, I think. God, this force has been more than cut in half, and we haven't lost a single battle or really taken any significant casualties during a battle. It's all just been from the utter lack of supplies out here. Okay, so we got rid of them. Let's clean this up real quick. We're at 50%, but obviously we still have so much more that we need to do. So what I might end up doing is pushing this army well up into enemy territory, and we're just going to start assaulting everything. That's the only way I see this ending anytime soon, is to just assault everything that we come across. Because we're getting like almost nothing for it. Gotta be real careful though, because as soon as we cross into these areas, my men start starving. We just can't support them. Stay there. Clean these guys up. I don't want to... Yeah, you know, I might send you to go take those or something. As soon as you can, assault that. Ooh, this might take a while, actually. Pause. Trying to incite a revolt? I'd rather you didn't, but I can't tell you not to. Oh, there's their big army. Ah, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, you're gonna catch them pretty soon. I think what you need to do is try... Where are you headed, first of all? They're kind of... like, they're not united in one single force. But they're headed to this one, and they'll be there on the 13th of July, so in 6 days. I'm going to send you to meet up with our main force, because I don't want this army to get caught up with that one and get destroyed. We could end up losing the war if that happens. Okay, we caught that little army. This army... Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Victory. captured somebody. Where the hell did they come from? Well, he's getting back on his boat. They're just random raiders. I guess I must have skipped over that notification. They raided Rome, though. Wow. They didn't really do much. Let's see. Yeah, so they're not even part of this war. They're just random raiders. Which I absolutely hate that mechanic. That's actually stopped me from playing several campaigns just because I got so sick of it. It's really poorly set up, and the AI blatantly targets the player character. Like, they sailed around the entire continent of Europe to attack my capital. That's ridiculous. Okay, another victory. You besiege or assault that. And go through here. Try to hit them or something. You're not taking any attrition. So you can actually hang out here, I guess. Oh, that province just happened to have a really high supply limit. That's why. But if we capture these, they can't spawn troops out here anymore, so that will help us at the very least. Can you get there before he gets away? Don't bother then. I want you to try to corner this little army. Okay, we're victorious. You assault that. We'll have to assault the other one as well. We got more raiders in Liguria this time. Let me guess. Yeah, from all the way up here. And I'm willing to bet that you're probably not involved in this war either. Yeah. Just random raiders that decided to attack my capital. Probably because it's undefended. There's like virtually no garrison here at all. Oh wait, no, they're not attacking my capital. They're attacking his. Well, that sucks to be you. They can't actually defeat the garrison though, so they can only raid up to a certain amount. I think it's everything up to here. So they can get some of it. Well, what am I doing? Wrong place. You're trying to catch them. Hopefully you can do that. We are trying to deal with this over here so that they can't continue spawning in armies. And then we're basically just going to clean sweep the rest of their territory, I think. Like, just raise every single village they have. The only issue with that is that large army is still lingering and could become a problem. I will need to bring these forces together if we see them. The issue with that is it's easier to support them in these poorer provinces, keeping them separate. So there is that issue. We can, of course, attack in like a pincer type of move or something. Like, we don't have to be together as one solid force in order to, you know, deal with these larger armies. Crap, you're going to be taking attrition no matter what. Go this way. Yeah, you won't take attrition there. Okay. You know what? You could actually head there. What about this one? Whatever. You're here. Go ahead and assault it. And let's see. One day, hit that 2. You're going to suffer some losses on that one. Wasn't too bad, though. And finally, this one. We're getting there. 87%. So I think we should just be really aggressive and claim anything and everything that we can. Because otherwise, we give that army a chance to strike back at us, and that could really turn the tide if we're not careful. So you guys are going to go here, and that army is going to go there, and we'll take those. And those are fairly wealthy provinces based on the supply, so that should give us a pretty decent amount of war score. Okay, take it. I think they tried to send their army around and attack us from the west, but they're probably not going to get there in time at this rate. One more. Yeah, this might do it right here. 99. Oh, you've got to be joking. Alright, well, as long as my army arrives and can assault that before they do something miraculous, we're good. Prince Pompeius of Illyricum has came of age. I'm gonna say, you're not my son. You are the son of one of my prefects. Right? No. He was in my court at one point, but he's part of the East now. Because he was actually the heir to Macedonia or something to that effect. Kingdom of Macedonia, that is. Come on. Alright. What's happening? Ooh, dangerous factions, you say. These guys, more people that want Gavelkind succession. Why would anybody want Gavelkind succession? It's the worst. I mean, that's why they want it, is because it weakens you by splitting all your territories up between all your different heirs when you die. That didn't do anything. Come on. We better get 1% for all of this, at the very least. You have got to be kidding. Poorly timed autosave. I better get 100 for that. You have decided to introduce a new law to the good people of the realm, as is your right as their ruler. Now you just have to decide on its contents. Let's see, are these all lunatic options? So I can't pick anything that's not a lunatic option? Can I at least see what they are? The hole in the wall? The cessation of violence. I don't know about any of these. This could be the best one or the worst one. The rest of these are just absolutely out there. I'm gonna do this one. The Cessation of Violence Act. A new law has been written and couriers are even now distributing it to all of your vassals. You admire your handiwork. Whereas the children of the realm have become desensitized to violence, and whereas the general populace seems to have lost all regard for the sanctity of human life, therefore I, Vicar Remus of Italia, decree that all forms of violence directed at other human beings be outlawed, including both capital and corporal punishment, as well as the torture of criminals, heathens, and foreigners. These vulnerable social groups are instead to be rehabilitated and eventually released back into society as productive citizens. I mean, that's like so far ahead of its time. But that's what I was like, it was either going to be something really good, or I wasn't sure like what they meant by cessation. So like, I didn't know if he meant like, oh, violence isn't against the law anymore and you can just do whatever you want to people. But apparently my vassals didn't like that. They think it's insane that we don't torture prisoners. Oh my god. He did it. Yeah, we'll use it. I can afford it, luckily. So we have the claim on Salzburg we need now. Let's see. Together, I think we can take this. So let's move both armies in there. I mean, we can take it without both, but we may as well have both because the supply limit will allow for it. And I want to get this over with. More raiders. It's like somebody called Scandinavia and told them that we removed our garrisons. Okay, so we have to do that in his lifetime. We can't delay because that is not going to be a particularly strong claim, and so it won't get passed on to any children. So if we want to press that, we have to press it in his lifetime. This is ridiculous. Why can we not get 1%? We were getting like 2% for the other holdings, and now we're getting like 0. Let's see. She's gonna be zealous. That's fine. Zealous isn't that bad. Come on. Still 99%. Oh my god. We're going to have to capture the king himself. That's going to be the only way we get this. We're taking pretty nasty attrition again, too. Could you maybe not do that? No, not going to listen. Okay. I think we have to attack that army. I don't think there's another way to do this. Let's... Oh, I don't know that it's going to let me. I guess we can go here then. They're already besieging that, so I can't really do anything about it. If I go here, I can besiege this, though. And I can just keep hitting stuff. Is he going to surrender? Okay, thank God. Because I was worried we were never going to get that 1%. So he surrenders. I gain the prestige. He loses prestige. I take or vassalize anything in that area. Perfect. We win. Now I can send my people home. If you get to here, I think you're okay. I think we can disband you there without trouble. Maybe there just to be safe because I know the supply limit is an issue. Oh, the supply limit went up. Okay. Well, there we have it. We've taken this land now. What? That's definitely mine. That's really strange. Some of these aren't updating. It's kind of concerning, actually. So you are my vassal. Yes. Okay. Well, let's give it some time. Maybe the game's just thinking about it. But all of that should be mine. There we go. Now it's updating. Like it could only do one at a time or something. Let's see. Mastermind Theologian. Okay. That reminds me. I wanted to look at your children. So she's 7. I'm her guardian. Good. And I'm also your guardian, but you're only 2, so that's not really an issue. Okay. Come on, guys. Get home so we can disband you and start making money again. I should also give my diplomat a new job. He doesn't need to be there anymore. Is there anything that we need to fabricate a claim on? Oh, I might not be able to disband my army just yet. Yeah, cut through there because we need to attack these guys, actually. I guess here, right? So, fabricate a claim on that for me. But we'll have to, again, press this soon. Because if we don't use it in his lifetime, we have to do it all over again. And we need that in order to claim the whole thing. I don't think that title exists, so we'd probably have to create it. We need 51%, we currently hold 50. Yes, so that's exactly what I thought. We need Salzburg, that gives us 60%. And then we can go ahead and make that. That gives us de jure claim on the rest. And from there we can... Oh, are they going to march out of my territory? Yeah, they're leaving, so I'm just going to disband you guys. Okay, there we go. We were successful. So let's start looking at how we're going to go about this. Where's your capital? Is it you? No, it's that one. Okay, so it's this guy. If we were to declare war, to claim... Yeah, see, we could have done reconquest, but that would, again, cost me 500 gold, 500 prestige. Now we can do it for free. Because it's only one province either way. My liege, it pains me to say, but there's a traitor in your realm. This rotten egg is plotting your downfall. I enclose the damning evidence with this letter. So, hold on. You don't like me at all. You're accusing somebody who is pretty lukewarm toward me. Let's do that. We'll use my intrigue skill to our advantage. Anyways, if we declare war to claim Salzburg, he does have an ally. God, more raiders. Where the hell are you coming from? Like, they sailed up... I don't understand. Did they sail into, what is this, the Caspian Sea, right? Black Sea. Damn it. I always get those confused. Anyways, this is the Caspian here. Yeah. So the Black Sea. I think they sailed into the Black Sea and then up a river. The Danube River right here. Ridiculous. I can't be bothered with that right now. Anyway, they did have an ally. Let's bring that back up. Who is it? Interesting. You're allied with them. That's an issue because I don't want to break the federati status we have with them. Can they go to war against me? That seems really odd. Yeah, like we're allies. I don't understand how that works. You'd think our relationship would take priority over that one. Or at the very least cancel it out. But it appears that it does not. So, is there anything I can do? I can integrate them. Let's see. No. I mean, that could cause us a lot of problems. And there's nothing I can do to break their alliance. So I might just have to accept that they're going to go to war against me if I do this. I mean, they're not particularly powerful, but it's nice to have their 1,000 men on my side rather than the enemy's. But in this case, that's just not something that we can really make happen. You're pretty weak. So I don't think this will be much of an issue. I need to regather my forces first, though. We went from, like, what, 11? Yeah, over 11,000 to less than, or I guess just over 6. So our forces were basically cut in half from that war. That was pretty nasty. And again, all of those losses, for the most part, were from attrition. Very few, if any, came from actual battles. And if they did, it was from me just rushing to assault everything. Anyways, let's keep moving. Actually, looking at the time, I think we'll just go ahead and end it here. This is a good place to stop as any, and I think we'll need to kind of reevaluate what we want to do next, or maybe not reevaluate, but evaluate what we want to do next. Obviously, this is the first option. I'm a little bit reluctant because of the alliance stuff, but we do need to take this in his lifetime. We can do it fairly easily, and so I think after we recover some of our troops, we can go ahead and maybe get right on that. But we are also going to need to take these islands. So we have, let's see, how many provinces is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 provinces. Do you count? Oh, apparently that counts as well. So 9? 9 then? And I believe, where is the Vandal capital? Where the hell are you guys? Oh, it's right here. Right, so if I declare war on you for the reconquest of Italia, yeah, it's going to give me all of those, it looks like. So we can do that in one shot. But the Vandals are, you know what, they're not as strong as they were before. And I don't think a lot of their territory is particularly well built up. Yeah, so honestly, I think they are pretty weak. My only other concern is that because they have so many island territories, that they're likely to have a lot of ships. And that could make this war a massive, massive pain for us, because they could potentially deploy their troops anywhere and harass us, whereas I don't really have a lot of ships, and so I'm gonna have to deploy, I mean, I guess all along the coast here I have a lot, but still I'm gonna have to be very mindful of where their ships are going with their troops and where mine are going, because I can't let them, you know, raid the peninsula while I'm taking land from them. But I think that'll be easier than I initially suspected, so we might do that soon as well. But it's going to be one or the other next, so feel free to weigh in on which one you think is more worthy of doing first. This one is, again, a little bit time sensitive, just given the fact that it needs to happen in his lifetime. This, I guess, is kind of also time sensitive because they look like they just came out of a pretty significant war, and so their levy count is down pretty substantially. You can see he's got none there. A lot of these have been cleaned out. Of course, none of the ones I click on there. But most of his, so he just fought a war, or is actively fighting a war, and therefore won't have as many troops to deploy against us, whereas if we wait, he can replenish those. And so it might be worth doing this first and just assuming that we'll be able to steamroll these guys even after fighting that war. And again, as long as we do it before he dies, we're fine. So that's a sort of tentative plan, but again, feel free to let me know what you guys think. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.